Obviously, I think if you don't win, it's always an opportunity missed. I think we have to be absolutely honest with each other. It could have been a lot worse. We're still a work in progress. We can improve, and we should improve if we want to achieve our goals and dreams that we have. Today was a very tough one. Got a point, and we move on.
I have to ask you about the performance of Trent, because he had his hands full today, struggled with the pace of Darlow, the creativity of Bruno Fernandes down that left-hand side.
Yeah. But you are talking about two very good players, so sometimes it's difficult for defenders to play against these players if they are at their best, and that's what they were today. So Trent has played so many very good games for us. Today probably wasn't his best game, but that also has to do with the quality of Darlow and Bruno Fernandes.
There have been some very poor performances this season, and this was so good. You wonder how you can go from that to this so quickly.
The mind.
Yeah.
The mind. Today we changed the mindset, the believeness, the confidence, and I saw everyone secure today. We have the top players here who can play with the ball, but sometimes when we had the ball a few games ago, we were like stressed, thinking too much, and today we play about feelings. When you play like that, you can enjoy football.
Well, there's some very honest interviews on both sides there, weren't there? And they were positive, Manchester United, in what was a very good game.
Yeah, I thought that was a really, really impressive performance from Manchester United. But what I would say is that has to be the norm now. That's the standard. They have to show that effort and that attitude and that performance. We've all seen what they can do. That has to happen every single week now, because I thought they were superb today.
It was refreshing, actually, wasn't it? Neither side was going to settle for a point in those closing stages.
No, it was a brilliant game. It was end to end, wasn't it? It was great entertainment for the neutral. But Al's right, it's a mentality thing now. We've seen a few weeks back they went to Etihad and they won that game. He thought that's the springboard to push on. They didn't do that. So today they have to build in it. And I think it's Arsenal next in the FA Cup. It's a tough game as well. But they played really well today, Man United.
Yeah. OK, let's look at some of the different aspects of this game. And first of all, the problems that Manchester United caused Liverpool down. Liverpool's right, United's left.
Well, there were so many impressive performances. Menu, Fernandes, Martinez, I thought. But the standout for me was Diogo Dalot down there, left-hand side. And Trent has had so many impressive games this season, but today certainly wasn't one of those. And Dalot got the better of him 99% of the time. This was his intention all afternoon, to go past him like he did there. All right, Trent wins that one. I think that was the only one he won, really. But everything he did defensively, particularly going forward, was so positive. He always was thinking, how am I going to hurt you by getting in behind? He's going to win that individual battle. He gives the ball there. His run was perfect, the timing of it. And this ball in is dreamland. I mean, Ahmed he doesn't stop, doesn't slow down, so he actually goes past it. But it's a fantastic ball. 1v1, he knocked it past Trent. He felt so comfortable. Another brilliant ball in with the left foot. It deserved someone to actually get on the end of it. It was a constant. This time with the outside of the right boot. I mean, that's all you want as a forward. You want someone to do that, to put balls into the box, and he did it all afternoon. He goes past him. Again, I think that's a great ball in. Again with that there, with the left foot. This is in the 88th minute. Look at him closing down. He's the furthest man forward for Manchester United, and then they all follow him in, and then eventually they win the ball back. The last clip I'm going to show you is in the 91st minute. Look where he starts from. And look where he actually ends up. And Man United are trying to win this game now. As I said, he started on the edge of his own box, and look where he actually ends up, in Liverpool's box. I mean, he did so much damage today. He was absolutely outstanding. He really, really was. And you can see that Liverpool sort of dominated that side of the pitch, and so many times that they went down that side and caused loads and loads of problems. And you just have a look at the next stat that will show you. That tells you how impressive he was. Touches in the opposition box, look, equal first. Crosses into the box first. possession won, equal. He was fantastic, I thought.
So when you look at those stats, just to tie it back to the thing that Lisandro Martinez said when he was doing that and about mentality, just from a Dalot point of view, who in essence is a right back, but he's playing left wing back. So when we're looking at mentality, is that the kind of performance that says, right, you can be more wing than back on your wrong side, and you have to play like that?
Yeah, but whatever the manager has said to them in the last couple of days, they all seem to have taken notice in terms of how aggressive they have to be, how much effort they have to put in. There's the one thing you can't accept as a footballer is people questioning your attitude, and people have done that with this Manchester United squad on more than one occasion this season. But when you see what they did today in so many areas, that can no longer happen.
The other talking point following that analysis of Dan United's left is therefore about Trent Arnold and Liverpool's right back and everything, whether he's been distracted by the Real Madrid stuff. Do you just put that down to a bad game?
Yeah, I think we've all been there, haven't we, Mark? Had a poor game. You know, I think, as Arne Slot said, the opposition was really good against Trent. And yes, he probably has... the human side of Trent Alexander-Arnold, well, he has got thoughts of maybe moving, but that shouldn't take away from his performance today. I think he just had a
You are
poor
allowed
game.
to have a bad game.
You are allowed to have a poor game, yeah.
Back to Manchester United and the back three and how organised they were.
Well, Ruben's come in obviously from day one at Sporting and done the same. We've played with a back three and that's just the way he's going to play. We think, should he change? But I don't think he'll ever will change. And you can see there was really good signs today. You can see the back three set up, obviously two wing backs on the outside, Martinez, Maguire and De Ligt. They've got a really nice balance, obviously with Martinez on that left-hand side and natural left-footed. He's got the license.
A win, and maybe not perfect, but was that a step in the right direction, and maybe a big step in the right direction?
Yeah, yes, because the expectations were so much different than what we saw during the game. I think I get more mad because of the other games. So it's even harder to understand some things, you know.
Bruno just said the same thing. If you can play like that, what's been happening before? Yeah, because this is not about the system. It's not about the technique. It's about something else. And it's hard to understand even for the coach. It was a point. I think they deserve the point, but it's just 1 point, and I think we should get mad and disappointed more than the other day against Newcastle, Bournemouth, Nottingham. More than that days today, we need to be really disappointed. Have you just said that to your players?
No, because I have to calm down and to say the right things. We are in a difficult moment, but it's hard to don't get really mad.
So there was a moment, it was around about half an hour into the game, where Maguire crashed into a tackle, De Ligt crashed into a tackle. Is it things like that have been missing that are different today? Yeah, in the way we recover position. So if we play against Liverpool every day, we will do that. So we have to do it against any opponent, and to understand that we need to fight really bad to get out of this situation. And then the way we play in certain moments of the game, we already proven in the other games that we can do it. But the way we were really competitive, that is the crucial thing going forward. I don't know if you know the phrase, the penny has dropped. Was today the day the penny dropped, as in the players finally understood what you demand of them?
It's not just the players, all the club, all the staff, everybody. I think it's really clear for me. In 2 months, not even 2 months, it was so clear. I'm saying that for so long. So I think is enough, you know. And again, I'm happy for the performance, not happy for the result, but I'm really, really mad because of the other games.
It felt like we saw the work on the training pitch out there today, especially maybe the early part of the match, the possession you had, the control you had. Is that the result of a few hard days' work at Carrington?
I don't want to say that it was the training that I had training and we performed well. I will say it again. Is the way we faced the game. is the way we are competitive. Not just the training. Of course, we are going to improve with training, but I don't want to use that. Is the way we face the game, and that you don't need training.
Okay, so what happened today that must happen against Arsenal, that must happen again against Southampton?
You can ask any fan, you can ask any person inside this speech, they will say the same thing. The way we will fight, the way we will face the opponent, the way we will believe, the way we go for the second ball, second phases, sometimes goal kick, we kick the ball for the other side of the half of the opponent to fight for the ball. It's so clear that anybody can answer that question.
And I know you like the little details sometimes. So I noticed today that Luke Shaw has travelled with the team. Mason Mount has travelled with the team. When Zirkzee went to warm up, he got a big round of applause from the away fans. Are these little details that help you on the path?
Okay. They are so clear. I don't need to say anything. You notice, the fans notice. So I think is really, really important. And today I feel that the players really want it. And the important thing is not to tomorrow relax, forget, and then in the next game return to the same behavior. I will do everything, more than the system that you guys are talking about. More than that, I will try to remember these players that we need to suffer in the football match. Suffer is part of our job.
So lastly, then, today could be important if it's the start of something.
Of course. If tomorrow we relax, is the start of the same thing. So it's also my job. So I'm talking here, but it's also my job. But I guarantee you, I am really trying on the basics, and so we have to move on. Congratulations to the lads for the performance, not for the result.
Yeah, this is the most angry I've seen you.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes everybody's angry with my players, and I have to do the opposite. Today, everybody's going to say that the lads did everything right, and I'm allowed to be upset today. Thank you.
Well done.
Bruno Fernandes. Lisandro Martinez! That's last back. McAllister. Gakpo! Fabulous goal! Could come down here for Salah, and there are handball questions.
I think his hand was high and it hit his hand, I think he could be in trouble, was my initial reaction.
Mo Salah! Again from Garnacho. Garnacho's cross, Ahmad! Well, that shakes it up again. Fernandes. This is Joshua Zirkzee. Maguire has cleared the crossbar.
Painful watching it again, isn't it, with Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville, who've now joined us. And it's a good job, Gary, that the game was on after all, because Manchester United produced a performance which Ruben Amorim seemed to dismiss any kind of praise in that interview with Patrick Davison. But do you think it was a change in what we've seen from them?
Oh, massive change. It was the best performance, I think, under Ruben Amorim, maybe all season by a mile to come to Anfield. The best team in the league this year. It surpasses that victory at City the other week. City obviously in a bad moment, and the way in which the game went, you know, they were a little bit fortunate to get the victory in the end, United, but I thought today they were magnificent from minute one. They fully deserved their victory. No, we were expecting the worst. There's no Manchester United fan woke up this morning and wasn't thinking the worst was going to happen today, and probably vice versa. Liverpool fans thinking exactly the opposite. I thought we were absolutely brilliant. I thought Mainu, Ugarte, Fernandes controlled midfield, and Gravenberch, Curtis Jones and McAllister have been outstanding all season.